Crypto Frog coming at ya. Now, they say you should make videos that are popular over and over again. And my Ampleforth videos are always intensely popular. But I still think there is a lot of confusion swirling around regarding Ampleforth, and I'm hoping to clear some of it up. Because it is a bit gigabrain. Which I get. When something is new and complex, it can be confusing. And I'm going to explain why. I'm going to be a little bit sensible in this video. Because sometimes I find I can get a bit carried away. And I want to explain it as clearly as I can. I'm just tweeting this out. I only make live videos. If you wouldn't mind retweeting that if you see that, that would be greatly appreciated. You can follow me on Twitter, CryptoFrog202. And give a thumbs up to this video. Let's get the word out. Title of this video is Why Ampleforth Belongs with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, you may think that is a big claim, even clickbaity title to make, but I do not believe that to be the case, and I'll explain why in this video. Crypto Frog looking dapper as always. I won't be looking at the super chat. I got super chats on the brain. I won't be looking at the chat that much in this video. I want to get the information. I want to be a fire hose of information. Because I think Ampleforth may be one of the most misunderstood cryptocurrencies in the world. Also, you can subscribe if you're not a subscriber. That would be... I'm so close to 6,000 subscribers. I can taste it. I can taste it in my mouth. But it tastes like a bitter pill right now. Disclaimer, none of this is financial advice. I made a new disclaimer thing. So that definitely deserves a freaking thumbs up, wouldn't you say? I'm Crypto Frog. We're going to talk about Ampleforth and why it's so freaking baller, and why it is for the gigabrains in cryptocurrency. And I'm just going to read out the video description part a little bit, because I know a lot of you won't get to that, but I do say in the video description that Ampleforth is incredibly confusing to a great many people, including lots of people who are very clued in to how cryptocurrency DeFi works, but they still can't wrap their brains around Ampleforth AMPL. Well, I get it. Took me a while, not gonna lie. However, what about in 2010, 2011? Bitcoin was confusing to people back then, no? A lot of people probably turned their nose up at it, but you probably wish you'd bought an absolute shed load of it, right? Ethereum sent people's mind boggling in 2015. But then you probably wish you were scooping that up for sub $1. Yep, that's how cheap it was back in late 2015. Alright, we've got 18 people in now. I shall turn off the music and we'll get into it. Or maybe I'll just turn it down, because I do kind of like the ambience of it. It creates some ambience. Actually, I'll put my more... that is a banging tune too. But we'll jump straight into it once. I've got so many NFTs, I can't even think where I'm going. Where is my other audio? Here we go. Boom. So Ampleforth. As of the time making this video, market cap is 556.9 million US dollars. And it is ranked 84th, oh my goodness me, in the cryptocurrency market caps. The market cap has been going up. It's generally what we look at when we look at Ampleforth. We've been on 12 days straight positive rebases, and I'm going to tell you a bit further on in this video why Ampleforth works in cycles and why I think we're on a slingshot basically to $1 billion. Disclaimer: no financial advice, but you kind of get the picture. Well, you will if you listen to all of this. Now, one of the reasons why I kind of thought, you know, I will make a video on this, because with what I kind of have learned about Ampleforth, and I scroll through the Twitter, and I see that a lot of people don't understand it. In fact, 95% of the feed is me. It's like I'm banging my head against a freaking drum trying to explain it to people. But there are some people who are deep into it, like AMPL Whale God. He's a ledge. I'll throw him a follow on my burner account. Crypto Frog, that's me. God, all these are mine. Love that meme. That is a classic. That is a rebase meme. Some other good accounts. Gina Crypto Smiths got into it. Ample Whale God. These are smaller accounts. I mean, I'm the only kind of semi-big account that tweets much about Ampleforth. T Cherry X, he's got a biggish account. He's saying how the St. Louis, whatever you want to call it, Federal Reserve mentioned AMPL in a research paper. Yeah, there's a reason for that. We'll get into that in a minute. And there's people, don't listen to people who say this is the next Ampleforth. No. They don't know what they're talking about. And I'll explain why. So the price of one Ampleforth currently right now is $1.35, but that doesn't really matter so much. Talking about the market cap, still horrendously undervalued in my opinion, but no financial advice in it. So the thing that gets people kind of confused about the old Ampleforth, and I get it, is that it's like nothing anyone has ever seen before. It is the rebasing cryptocurrency, but it's nothing at all like. Anyone who thinks that Ampleforth is just a rebase token, their opinions can also be discarded straight away. Let's talk about why I think it should be mentioned in the same breath, and why eventually it will be in the top 5 cryptocurrencies in the world. Of that I am almost 100% positive, in fact, but this is just my opinion. Opinions are like, everyone's got one. Thumbs up if you're watching this, and also subscribe if you haven't. So we all know that Bitcoin has a fixed supply. We also know how much it inflates by, because it halves every so often, doesn't it? And we also know that there's only going to ever be 21 million Bitcoin. The same cannot be said for Ampleforth's supply, right? We all know that Ethereum has an infinite supply, but that is something that is necessary for how Ethereum works. So when we see Bitcoin, we know that there's only really one variable by which we can measure Bitcoin, right? Is because we know the supply. So the only thing we can measure it in a variable kind of way is the price, right? And the price, as we know, as of the time making this video, is crushing. It's over 47,000 US dollars, will hit $100,000 and much more, in my opinion. Just my opinion. But Ampleforth is different. It has what Bitcoin has. You can check its variables in not just one, but 2 ways. Its price and supply. And this is why I think a lot of people get freaking confused about Ampleforth. I get it. And I would put Ampleforth up there with Ethereum and Bitcoin And now that is, you may think that is horrendously grandiose of you, Crypto Frog, to say such a thing. In fact, you may say, wash your mouth out. Wash your mouth out. But Ampleforth, I think, is breaking new ground. And when cryptocurrencies burst onto the scene and they're confusing to people, a lot of people don't understand when an absolute trailblazer comes out of nowhere. And that's what I think Ampleforth is. And there's also, I want to clear up this misperception as well, that Ampleforth is a stable coin. In fact, if you go onto Ampleforth's own website, you can see for yourself, that it really isn't a stable coin at all. I think I read somewhere that essentially Ampleforth themselves say that it's an independent financial primitive that does not rely on centralized collateral, yes, uncollateralized, algorithmic, or any lenders of last resort. It's like Bitcoin, apart from it can be used in contracts for DeFi. And do you think DeFi is going to be big? Do you think Ampleforth is going to be used in all these DeFi projects? I think so. Let's talk about why it's different from stablecoins as well, because, oh God, it's every single time you hear this, Ampleforth's just a stablecoin. Well, if it was a stablecoin, how did it make me an absolute fuck truck of money in summer of 2020? And why is it going to make me an absolute fuck truck of money in early 2021 and onwards? I shall tell thee. Because, you know, you got your stablecoins, right? You got the ones that are collateralized to fiat, right? Like your USDT, your Tether, your USDC, stuff like that. They're kind of collateral provided by centralized banking partnerships in a way. So their value is backed by the US dollar, apparently. That's what they say. That's what we hope, right? Otherwise, there'd be pretty much nothing. A lot of people always joke that, well, not even joke, there's like court cases going on regarding Tether, and possibly them saying they might not have the actual collateral to back up all the Tether they spit out seemingly on a regular basis. Definitely on a regular basis. So Ampleforth is different from USDC, and it's different from USDT because it's not collateralized. So it really is like Bitcoin and Ethereum in that way. The price and stabilization are totally dependent on free market incentives. Now, this is still a new cryptocurrency. It came out in 2018, 2019. It has seen extraordinary growth, but I think it's still wildly undervalued in my opinion. And like I say, in Bitcoin when it first came out, it was who knew what Bitcoin was really? No one knew what blockchain tech was, right? It was confusing to everyone, and people in the early days, they'd be throwing words around like, Bitcoin's a freaking scam. Yeah, I got wrecked. I bought in at $5 and the price is dumped to 5 cents. Oh my God, Bitcoin's such a freaking scam, yo. I'm telling you, check out some of the early day Bitcoin forums. You can see it for yourself. They're saying it's a scam. It's a Ponzi scheme. Garbage, I'm selling, I'm getting out of here. There's that famous tweet, of course, about that guy saying that he was glad to have sold his Bitcoin for $8 or something, and he constantly gets retweeted. And he says that he isn't bothered, but I'm sure he is deeply bothered. But this is what Ampleforth in my eyes is right now. It's so misunderstood by people who don't know how to play the game, because there is a game element to it, game theory with Ampleforth, and I'll get into that in just a moment's time as well. But anything that's kind of new and kind of doesn't compute with people's brain cells. They can't get their head around it. They're like, oh, it's too complicated for me. Oh, I'm just going to leave it. Oh, I got burnt when it went negative rebase last time. Get into that in a minute. But right now we're on a positive cycle. The only way is up. Baby, for you and me now. Oh, God, sorry. I just love the sparkling water. I must be getting old. So the thing about Ampleforth as well is that it's this digital asset class, the first of its kind, with an elastic supply and one that will be used widely across the cryptocurrency DeFi world. I've already mentioned in previous videos how there's going to be all these cross-chain integrations with Polkadot, with Near Protocol, with Tron's DeFi protocol. Yield.credit are working it in to their thing as well. Can't think straight. This maybe someone put some gin in this sparkling water. But the way I see it is you've got to kind of look out and see Ampleforth and learn about it and see it for the revolutionary cryptocurrency it really is. But it does follow cycles. But once you can wrap your head around the cycles of Ampleforth, you can use it to your advantage and do so tremendously in terms of profits. Now, you may be thinking, well, what are its cycles, Froggerino? Well, I'll tell you. When Ampleforth went in the summer of 2020, we had that insane run where we were seeing Ampleforth doing like 20% positive rebases every day, and that meant the supply was growing by 20%, 25% every day, as was the Ampleforth in everyone's wallets, and it was expanding at such a explosive rate that the equilibrium, the protocol itself, works that well that it eventually really starts sucking it back to the threshold of $1.03 or whatever is the smack bang neutral range for Ampleforth, where it doesn't positively rebase, it doesn't negatively rebase. It's slap bang in the middle of that 96 cents to $1.06 zone. That's your sweet spot right there. But if anything, that big sell-off where everyone who bought in super late and were like, oh god, it's such a scam. No, I get it. People bought in with and at the time, I mean, ever since then, a bunch of all these kind of rebase clones popped up. But what happened to them? It's clear to see what happened to them. They've all fallen by the wayside. But then Ampleforth, disclaimer, this is not financial advice. Also subscribe if you haven't. But they've all fallen by the wayside. But Ampleforth is still around, and it's in a positive cycle now. We're up to 12, 13 positive rebases, absolutely showing no signs of slowing down. But there is a point where the equilibrium, the rebasing system becomes such that it starts going down, because it gets to the point where people have amassed huge amounts of tokens because it's positively rebasing, they're compounding their tokens, the price is going up, the supply is going up. So regular people take profits, whales take profits. That's why you can see that, I will be honest with you, Ampleforth is incredibly whale heavy. You can check it out for yourself on Etherscan. You can see it for yourself. I think there are a lot of people with like over 500,000 Ampleforth. So if one of those guys decides to pull it all out and dump it, then that's going to have an effect on the price. But you will be surprised. Go and take a look. Don't take my word for it. There are an awful lot of whales who not only don't bother selling, but also had diamond freaking hands through the negative rebases. They just did not give a shit. They wanted to maintain their proportion of the market cap, which hats off to them if they can have those diamond hands. I've said it many times on my Twitter, that I like to play the cycles. I like to enter at the start of a positive cycle, and I hit the sweet spot perfectly this time. Jesus! But I'm sitting on 12 straight days of going into 13 straight days of positive rebases as of the time of making this video. This video will go straight up after this, so tell all your buddies. You can share the link if they don't understand how Ampleforth works. But Ampleforth is really the only crypto in the whole world, I think, where you can buy high. Say you can buy high for, I think in the summer of 2020, I bought in for the first time around $1.70 or something like that. And by the time when I could see that the positive cycle was coming to an end, the way Ampleforth was working, it was becoming clear. I finally kind of said cheerio around to the last remaining part of my stack at around like 150, 140. But it's like, it's the only cryptocurrency out there where you can actually buy high per unit, sell lower, and still make a fuck ton of profit. Isn't that right? God dang right. Also, oh my god, I was thinking I was going to make this like a freaking 10-minute video. I always I always talk too much, god dang it. So you can see this incredible run. This is back in July 2020. It was epic. It also went on you can see it's like poetry. They rhyme, quoting George Lucas there. You can see that this was like we don't understand what's going on. We don't understand what's going on. We okay, that's good. It's like a roller coaster ride, but it's like a fun one if you know how it works. And I think more and more people are getting it, but then again, there are people out there who kind of don't have that much of a clue and throw all these kind of crazy ass shit around, saying, Ampleforth is a mega scam, Ponzi, it's a Ponzi. I got wrecked because I bought at like $4 and then I held it all the way down to 60 cents and then I dumped and I lost. Another good thing about Ampleforth is that I think it's pretty much the cryptocurrency the only cryptocurrency that is pretty much gives zero fucking shits what Bitcoin does. I mean, even Ethereum, well, as you all know, Ethereum, Polkadot, Cardano, Chainlink, Litecoin, other ones, Aave, they are so tied around the ankle like a ball and chain if Bitcoin decides to shat the bed, aka that bloke out of Train Spotting, Spud, then they all shit the bed straight away after. But Ampleforth, I believe there's a chart out there somewhere where it basically shows that Ampleforth may very well be one of, or if not the most uncorrelated cryptocurrency to Bitcoin, because of the way it's made, innit? And the way it's got this daily rebase going on and its elastic supply. But when Bitcoin pumps, other big cryptos tend to pump. Sometimes they don't pump. Everyone apes into Bitcoin. When Bitcoin damps, all the other ones damp even harder than Bitcoin, generally speaking. But they're always can't sweep a broad brush over that. But you know what I'm saying. But Ampleforth really has kind of broken out of the chains of what Bitcoin does already, which is fucking legendary. I'm not going to lie. Now, the reason why I think the relative stability of Ampleforth and the fact that it isn't swayed by the whims of the corn, the Bitcoin, is that I think it's going to make Ampleforth really an asset that is going to be chosen as one of the Legos, one of the building blocks for DeFi applications. We've already seen all these huge DeFi providers, Polkadot's DeFi people. They want to cross-chain integrate with Ampleforth. You've got Near Protocol's DeFi people. They want to cross-chain integrate with Ampleforth. There's a reason why this is happening. Do you understand? There is a reason why this is happening. There's a reason why Justin Sun wants to cross-chain Tron into Ampleforth. It's not just out of some vanity. It's they know they have the knowledge, essentially, like a London bloody cab driver. Do they still have to take the knowledge? I hope so. Sorry, I'm just going to spray my face with some thermal spring water. Guy getting right. Nothing like thermal spring water sprayed on your face. Yeah, so we can see as well that Ampleforth's getting integrated into yield credit. I made a video about that, and that's going to be incentivizing lending, borrowing, making gravy. You can check my video out on that. Can't wait for mainnet to come out. That is going to be mad baller, yo. Thumbs up if you're just tuning in. Subscribe if you haven't. Disclaimer, none of this is financial advice. You knew that, right? Yield credit, oh, I'm excited for that. I cannot wait. I got my Ampleforth ready, yo. But I'm sure we're going to see, it's not going to stop with Polkadot. It's not going to stop with Near Protocol. It's not going to stop with TRX. It's not going to stop with yield credit. It's going to go on. We're going to see more and more of these integrations. Ampleforth is the first multi-chain, cross-chain integrated cryptocurrency for a reason. It's going to be, air quotes, their kind of way to denominate stable contracts, and it's going to be used across a whole wave of DeFi applications I don't think we've even began to comprehend thus far. Kind of like us being 2011 right now and not being able to comprehend what Bitcoin has become, and going back to 2015 and not being able to comprehend what Ethereum has gone on to become. Ampleforth, just so freaking complex, and it's very interesting to me. I just can't. Every day I'm like finding more like interesting stuff about it. I can't stop researching it. I feel like I'm looking into the future somewhat in a way, and maybe that's hyperbolic, but I don't think it is. I just think I've got the sophistication to see a good know a good thing when I see it. I think there's a reason as well why Ampleforth has big brain backers, and let's have a look at the team. This guy here is a flat out genius. Evan Kuo, he'll be up there with Vitalik and Satoshi Nakamoto in a few years' time. I think you can take that to the bank. Also, Brandon Isles. These two guys explain Ampleforth a lot better than me. Obviously. That was such a stupid thing to say. But they have the advisory board as well. You've got Pantera. You've got guys from like Facebook. You've got guys from the Hoover Institute and Stanford University. You've got guys from MIT. You've got all these investors. You've got Pantera Capital. You've got Brian Armstrong. You've got Hubie Capital. You've got Spartan Group. You've got Skunk Capital. These guys aren't playing games. You've got Evan here. He's from UC Berkeley. You've got Brandon here. He worked for 5 years for Google and left to work for Ampleforth. Got Mr. Ahmed here. I won't attempt his second name. He's an engineer in back-end. He spent 5 years at Google. 4 of them in search indexing and search ranking groups. Nithran Krishna holds an MS research degree in computer science from USC. Jessica Yen. Richie Kwao. He holds a BA in economics from Yale University. He is in charge of business and operations. Oh, God. I wasn't meant to go on this live, wasn't, but I'm bullish, as you can tell. In regards to the price, as I keep tweeting out, positive rebases, boom, boom, boom. We've been going for like 12, 13 days as of the time making this video. Thumbs up, 41 people watching, only 20 likes. Do something about it. I'll take a brief look at the live chat slightly afterwards. If you want to throw me a super chat, feel free. That would be more than appreciated. Just bear in mind that 30% of that does go to YouTube in it. But if you want to send me 100%, not that I'm begging, I do okay. Thank you very much. But even more than a super chat or a donation, a subscribe, share, shit like that is what I really appreciate. Now let's have a look at what's going on now, because this is where maybe we'll get into a bit more of the alpha, kind of like how you play the game with Ampleforth and how you play it for max profits. And disclaimer, this is not financial advice, but I thought I'd give you a peek into the brain of the Frogster. Kind of looks like Conor McGregor. But he isn't a massive loser like Conor McGregor. No, I quite like McGregor. So we're at 135 now. The price did kind of shoot up to like $1.60 for a bit. And we had a couple of days in the 5% kind of positive rebase territory. But it's kind of been crabbing along. But in a nice sideways moon, kind of crabbing along at $1.35. So we've been rebasing for like 3.5%. Between low 3 and 3.5%. So it's silent stealth moonage is going on, but still it's a long way to go before Ampleforth gets anywhere near its true valuation, in my opinion. It's, in fact, I'd say it's almost laughable that Ampleforth only has a market cap of 557 million US dollars and is only the 84th biggest cryptocurrency in the world. So yeah, we're well above the threshold for positive rebase. As I've tweeted out many times before, personally, I think we're going to go through the whole of February 2021 positive rebasing, and possibly, and these are my opinions, possibly well into March, April, May. Who knows? Because all these announcements are going to come with the cross-chain integrations. It's going to be about. As I mentioned before, there are plenty of whales in Ampleforth. There are gigabrains out there who hold big sums of Ampleforth. So at a whim, they can. You can see kind of how choppy sometimes the chart looks. Is what I'm saying. So bear that in mind. But a lot of whales, I think they appreciate. They can see the revolution that is on the way with Ampleforth. Talking about the way you can kind of play it, it's just about sensing when rebase. Like as soon as I saw the price was getting around $1.10, and I could see that the price movement was moving away, I could see the volume was coming in hard. You can see that if you look on this thing here, the volume has been coming in real hard the past few days. You can kind of get a sense of what it's going to do. Now, personally, myself, I like riding the train. I honestly don't know how long this positive rebase cycle is going to go on, because there's so many other variables thrown in the pot this time. It's like a hot pot of mystery, but a good mystery. Because as I mentioned in my other videos, I made tons of videos on Ampleforth, but go and check them all out too. Especially if you want to know about what is Ampleforth, because this video obviously hasn't explained that. I don't want to repeat myself. Let's change up the music here. All rights reserved. Oh, I'm so addicted to NFTs. It is ridiculous. I paid almost a quarter of an Ethereum for this. But it's mine. And I love it. I'm never selling it. Unless, I don't know, the Prodigy or Underworld. Oh my god, I'm showing my age. In case, if they came in and wanted to buy off me for like 500 Ethereum, I might think about it. But you got to remember that Ampleforth has the volatility kind of tamped down by the way that the project works, and it has been shown to work. You only have to look at this graph to see how the equilibrium, it always eventually pulls it down to the $1.02. It pulls it down under sometimes as people get flipped out, but then it kind of flips back up again. Because as the supply, when it goes in negative rebase, the supply is contracting. So one unit becomes more attractive to people, and especially when whales think I can start to push this back up into positive rebase territory, then they'll do it. They work on a whole other plane to us mere plebeians, I tell thee. So I think it's fair to say that Ampleforth is a misunderstood cryptocurrency, but why I believe it does belong in the same kind of chapter. What's the word? It should be, it will be eventually mentioned in the same vein as Bitcoin and Ethereum. If it's not a top 5 market cap cryptocurrency by a year of this video being put up, I'd be extraordinarily surprised, and that would make it like a $25 million market cap, which is like a 50x from here. But I can't wait to see what these cross-chain integrations do, because people are going to be arbing, people are going to be firing Ampleforth back left and right, people are going to be collateralizing, people are going to be borrowing against it, lending against it. Oh my goodness, I think it's going to be like something we've never seen before, and people are going to be, I'm not going to be shouting into the wind anymore on crypto Twitter. People will be talking about it, and we're going to see mad freaking FOMO. But if you have a bag right now, it depends what you want to do. If you want to always keep your percentage of the market cap, you can just hold and wait for it, because it will go back down to $1. That's the way the project is designed, you know. But we are more interested in the market cap. The price itself is of interest in so much as how much it affects the rebase. But we're looking at supply, the price, the rebase percentage, all that kind of stuff has to be thought about when you're investing in Ampleforth. And you have to make your plan about, you know, what's my exit point going to be? Am I going to have an exit point? Am I going to hold through? Am I going to have diamond hands? I'm not saying there's any good way or bad way of doing it. I'm just saying there's a way of playing the Ampleforth game. And the whales know it very well. And I think the whales are really kind of just seeing us crab along here. This is just a theory of mine, and don't shoot the messenger, but I get a feeling that the whales are just keeping us crabbing along nicely at like compounding at 3.5%. But you get the picture. It's not really, it's kind of stealth mode, baby. But as I pointed out in the video where I mentioned the Ampleforth team announcing all those cross-chain integrations, the price of one Ampleforth is gonna go fucking nuts the minute even one of those projects announce the cross-chain integration is done. Oh my god, dude! And then it's gonna be like that meme of like SpongeBob, where like Ampleforth at like 95 cents, there's no one in front of him. Ampleforth at $1.35, there's like a small group of people around him, and then Ampleforth at $3, there's like a throng of people around Sponge freaking Bob. That is a classic meme, by the way. That is a classic meme. Oh, I can't wait. And plus, I did tweet out that I kind of felt that, yeah, so this is Ample Sense tweeted this out. A good kind of bot thing to follow, actually. So it's been on 12 days positive rebase. It rebased 3.5%. Most recently, as of the time of making this video. The supply has gone up over those 12 days, 51.9%. So you can see how Ampleforth is an animal of its own. It literally is Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ampleforth. That is what cryptocurrency is, yo. God, it's so freaking excited. It's like a Frankenstein's monster. It's just like it's a sentient being at this point, and the fact that it always kind of springs back to its price target, it just proves that it works beautifully. The way it's designed is just like bloody perfection. Oh, it's so fucking bullish, yo. Oh, Pepe Soros is very bullish on Ampleforth too. All right, disclaimer: none of this is financial advice. I'm terribly excited, as you can probably tell by Ampleforth. But don't be like you have to understand it if you want to play the game properly, and there is extraordinarily large sums of money to be made if you know how to play the Ampleforth game. That's what I think. Well, I made such an extraordinary amount of money in that run of the summer of 2020. It was sick, yo. Alright, I'm just going to quickly go through the chat and then we'll wrap it up. Crypto Simplified said, "Yo, Frog, don't be sensible. I prefer the nutter." Yeah, well, I like the fact that I'm able to rein it in sometimes. Ampleforth Maximalist said, "Saw the video title and I think this video is for me." God dang right. Sure to match Tether, says Marco Polo. I tend to freaking agree with you, sir. And Tether has a market cap of $30 billion. So that would be a 60x from here for Ampleforth. Ampleforth absolutely pisses all over Tether. It's not even funny, but people don't know yet. It is an IQ filter coin, Mike Keeler says. Definitely agree with that. It's Gigabait. Giga brain chads only. Need only apply. Ampleforth Maximalist says all AMPL is missing is a proper centralized exchange listing. Yeah, I don't know whether... I really don't know what to think about that. It doesn't bother me at all. And CZ, he's obviously got his like shitty little AMPL clones that will fail. Does Ampleforth rebase every day? Believe Crypto says yes, at 2 a.m. UTC on the dot. Doesn't matter where you hold your AMPL, everything rebases. Ampleforth Maximalist says the number one reason to invest in AMPL is the zero correlation to other assets. I think I mentioned that, sir. You'll be satisfied when the rest of the market crashes while AMPL stays strong. That is a goddamn fact. I would pull up, go and search for itself, but there you can find, just Google cryptocurrencies with least affected by Bitcoin moves or something like that. Low correlation, cryptos with lowest correlation with Bitcoin, and you'll see Ampleforth front and center. Kean Daffy threw me a super chat, yo. Thank you very much. 5 of your British pounds. Legend. Pittsburgh says Badger. Yeah, Badger's gonna crush, bro. Did you not watch my Badger video? When are the new geezers coming out? Geezer! Ampleforth geezers, they're coming out soon, I think. I'm not in the geezer, I'm 100% ledger! Ledger! Stay safe, guys. Don't leave tens of thousands of dollars in a Chrome extension, aka MetaMask. Ampleforth Maximalist says currently 0.22 correlation with Bitcoin. Okay. Papa G says, fuck's sake, Froggy, the more you explain it, the less I get it. One day the penny will drop, my friend. Mr. Makaki says, 29,246.9% in a year. You are a piece of work, my friend. Don't think... just prepare to stay poor, Mr. Mackie. You're probably the guy that left 1 thumbs up. Everyone watching, find that 1 thumb. He's probably the guy that left the 1 thumbs down. So counter that by leaving tons of thumbs up. Mr. Mackie, enjoy your Dogecoin, sir. Mr. Mackie is obviously a troll. Just ignore him. Oh, Link left me $10. Legend! Thank you very much. Audio or fake? Yeah, some guys said... every time I join a cryptocurrency chat room... Are you the real Crypto Frog? I'm like, yeah, when I can be bothered to reply. I just quickly want to say it as well before we wrap up this video. Check out my other videos on Ampleforth, please. You do not know what you're missing, friends, if you're not invested. I'm telling you, the feeling of a positive rebase on Ampleforth every freaking day is this, friends. God dang right. It'll literally numb your entire face. Yeah, so oh shit, my fucking sitting on my headphones here. I'm getting quite an extraordinarily large Twitter following, so don't be offended if I don't reply to your DMs. I get hit up with so many freaking DMs. It's unfreaking real. And also, let me say, I'm not tech freaking support, If you have a issue with any projects, technicals, go and ask in their Telegram, go and ask in their Discord, innit? I'm saying that politely. I appreciate people hitting me up for messages. I do truly appreciate that. Ampleforth. Ampleforth.org. Do your homework. AMPL is like Bitcoin. It's like they're spelling it out for you. Except it can be used in contracts. Again, it's almost like they're spelling it out to you. Taylor Saga says Ampleforth has insane potential. When does rebase happen again? 2 a.m. UTC. Can you talk fundamentals for a sec? Taylor, bro, I have like 50... Not that that's an exaggeration. I have several videos on Ampleforth. Just type Ampleforth Crypto Frog into the search bar and you'll find freaking loads of information. And plus, watch interviews with Evan and Brandon. Those guys will spell it out to you in a lot better way. It's not really like Bitcoin. It's a lot different. I'm not saying it's like Bitcoin. I'm saying it should be mentioned in the same vein of being a pioneering, revolutionary cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, like Ethereum. That's why I think it belongs with Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'm not saying it's going to flip either of them. I'm just saying it deserves to be mentioned in the same vein for being so freaking revolutionary and basically even leaving very, very, very intelligent people thinking, what is this? But I keep banging the same drum. People were like, what's this Bitcoin thing in 2010, 2011? It used to dump like fucking to 1 cent. And they were like, it's a fucking scam. Bitcoin I'm talking about. Ethereum, when it first came out, people were throwing scam, Ponzi, scam. It's the thing with new revolutionary things. People don't understand them. And when they start to understand them, that's when they become $875 billion market caps. That's when they become $201 billion market caps. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying Ampleforth is less than $500 million market cap. And it's going to be the fucking water. Be like water, Bruce Lee. It's going to be the water of DeFi. Again, let me point you to what they say. AMPL is like Bitcoin, except it can be used in contracts. It is elastic. It can be used to spread across many a integration, many a chain. It's not a stable coin, but I suppose the equilibrium factor confuses people. But it's not technically a stable coin like your traditional stable coin. It's like a sentient being, like this icon here that just fucking moves. It doesn't just like, and there's no central control. It just does it. It just grows like an alien inside your stomach. If you took your face mask off in the alien planet like that freaking idiot did in that most recent Alien film. Why would you take your face mask off on an alien planet? That movie was so freaking retarded. I was so looking forward to that too. Don't tell me Algorand is better, man. It's not. I've looked. Ba-la-la-lum. Ba-la-la-lum. Finger the Moon stacks. People ask me where this music come from. It's my music. I bought it. You can buy it on OpenSea. I'm not selling it, but you can buy a bunch of music on there, audio NFTs. Plus, that way I don't get hit with a copyright strike. And plus, this music is freaking banging, yo. But if you want to make an offer, you feel free to make an offer. It's banging as shit. Alright, Ampleforth. The rebasing cryptocurrency. Ampleforth is like Bitcoin, except it can be used in contracts. DeFi can be used to denominate stable contracts. Using Bitcoin, unstable contract obligation, high risk of default. Using AMPL, stable contract obligation, low risk of default. Ample versus stable coins. Traditional banks, fiat collateralized stable coins such as USDT, USDC rely on centralized banking partnerships. Lenders of last resort, DAI, cannot be stained by free market incentives and rely on periodic bailouts. Ample, this is what the quote I saw before. AMPL is an independent financial primitive that does not rely on centralized collateral or lenders of last resort. It's like Bitcoin, except it can be used in contracts. I don't know how many times they are trying to shovel that gravy down your throat to make you understand. It is better than USDT. It is better than USDC. It is better than DAI. But where is it on the... is it anywhere near USDT in market cap? No. Is it anywhere near USDC in market cap? No. Will it be? Yes, in my opinion. Disclaimer. No financial advice. If you want to buy Ampleforth, you can get it off Uniswap. I've been CryptoFrog. Stay dapper. Hope you learnt more about Ampleforth and why I think it's revolutionary, and one day the rest of the world will understand. But you remember who was the first person who told you. If you're not a subscriber, click subscribe. If you want to learn more about Ampleforth at a more basic level, please subscribe to Ampleforth's YouTube channel. Please search for the main guys, Evan and Brandon. They have done plenty of interviews. They explain it much clearer than I did, but without the banging trance music in the background, innit? You've all been legendary. I've been CryptoFrog. I've been legendary. Until we meet again, you know the deal. Stack the chat. Stay safe. Ampleforth is legendary. Yes, it is a pioneer of crypto freaking currency. Bye-bye.